Donald Trump has now gone over the line into full-blown conspiracy theories. You might say, hold on a second, David. Hasn't he always been a conspiracy theorist? I mean, Obama born in another country, the birther stuff. Hillary cheated on the popular vote with 3 to 5 million illegal voters. The Mueller investigation is a Democratic setup, whatever. That's true, but now Trump is actually jumping onto a bigger and more established conspiracy theory, that of the deep state. What is the deep state? So generally, deep state means it's the idea of a group of powerful people, typically everybody ranging from government, sometimes very wealthy, plutocrats, military, who are working together to secretly manipulate government and world policy, maybe for their benefit. This is at the level of like the Illuminati or the Bilderberg Group conspiracies, whatever. Donald Trump is fully in on this now. Trump claimed in a tweet, of course, where else is he going to do it, that the United States Justice Department is part of the deep state, tweeting crooked Hillary Clinton's top aide, Huma Abedin, has been accused of disregarding basic security protocols. She put classified passwords, why classified passwords is capitalized, we will never know, into the hands of foreign agents. Remember sailors' pictures on submarine? Jail. Deep State Justice Department must finally act, also on Comey and others. It's important not to understate or misunderstand what it is that Donald Trump is suggesting here. The President of the United States is saying that the American Justice Department, as a result of being controlled and manipulated by this shadowy group of co-conspirators, is going after him, but not Huma Abedin and crooked Hillary, and that the former FBI Director James Comey is involved in this. If your crazy uncle at Thanksgiving who works in accounting comes up with this, you don't really worry too much. If Cletus, who changes your oil, tells you this, you say, okay, they're misinformed, but it really doesn't have a major impact. This is the President of the United States who believes that there is a conspiracy by which the Justice Department has been co-opted by a secret group of powerful people working together for, I guess, their gain, rather than fulfilling their role as the top law enforcement agency of the United States. Our own president appears to believe that there is a shadow government and that it is conspiring against him personally.
Yeah, and it really doesn't make sense that he could still be a conspiracy theorist, too, because, you know, I can understand maybe back during the election when he was calling the system rigged and that everything was against him, you can kind of rationalize how he would come to that position. But now that he's in charge and he can pick the people who are in the Justice Department, in the FBI, which he calls corrupt, it doesn't hold up anymore.
Well, that's why it's even crazier, because the most interesting thing to me about this is that those who believe in the deep state usually believe that the president is an irrelevant puppet with no real power or say-so, right? The deep state really has the power. The president has no power. I know I'm going further here than Trump ever could in his thinking, which is so simplistic. But by Trump's tacit admission that the deep state exists and is in control of the Justice Department, Trump is effectively saying he is an irrelevant puppet. In other words, if the deep state exists, Trump has no power. And Trump is saying that the deep state exists. He's parroting conspiracy theories, often right-wing ones, but he's kind of framing them as nationalistic in some way to go with this faux populist rhetoric that he's been using now for over a couple years. And the problem is that the deep state, right, it involves the military and the Pentagon and these areas of government that it's normally the American right that really likes. These are not lefty agencies that Trump is picking a fight with and discrediting. It's the ones that the right typically defends. How is that going to work out for him? Because he's basically putting himself at direct odds with the military, Pentagon, and FBI, which are not organizations that the right usually picks fights with.
He's taking a few different positions simultaneously.
Yes.
We've seen it before, and he can justify anything with it.
Send me your thoughts. I'm on Twitter at @dpakman. The show is on Twitter at David Pakman Show. We've got a great program for you today and a couple very interesting announcements coming up after the break. Today's program is made possible in part by Gamefly, which is sort of like Netflix for video games. They've got over 8,000 new and classic games for Xbox One, Xbox 360, PS4, PS3, Wii, and a bunch of other platforms. And you can also stream games. You don't even need a gaming console or a computer because you can stream games through your Amazon Fire Stick or Roku box and then use your mobile phone as the controller. You can play as many games as you want for one monthly fee. And if you find some games you want to keep, you can buy them for a low used price, never with due dates or late fees. And our audience can get a 30-day free trial at gameflyoffer.com/TDPS. The games are shipped directly to you with return envelopes included, no contracts, and you can also stream the games. I think I mentioned that. You can also rent games through the mobile app. Get a free 30-day trial for David Pakman Show viewers and listeners, and support our show at gameflyoffer.com/TDPS.